Welcome! In this video, we'll build a tool calling AI Agent using LangGraph. Our agent will answer a stock analysis question by automatically calling a Python tool to retrieve live stock prices from Yahoo Finance. We'll use LangGraph LangChain Tools Llama 3.1 Yahoo Finance. By the end of this video, you'll understand how an AI agent decides when to use a tool and how LangGraph orchestrates the entire workflow. Let's begin by importing the required libraries. We use LangGraph to build the workflow, LangChain for tool calling, Yahoo Finance to retrieve live stock data, and Ollama to run our local Llama model. These libraries provide everything we need to build a complete AI agent. Next, we define the shared state for our graph. The state contains a single field called Messages. This field stores the entire conversation history between the user, the AI model, and any tool responses. The add_messages annotation automatically appends new messages as the workflow progresses. This allows the agent to maintain context throughout the conversation. Now we create our first tool. The @tool decorator tells LangChain that this function can be called by the language model. The tool accepts a stock symbol, such as Apple or Microsoft. Using the Finance library, it retrieves the latest stock market data including the opening price, closing price, daily high and low, and trading volume. Instead of asking the language model to guess stock prices, the agent retrieves live data from an external source. Next, we initialize our local Llama 3.1 model using Ollama. This model will reason about the user's request and decide whether it needs to call a tool. Here we connect the available tools to the language model. After binding, the model knows that it has access to a tool called get_stock_price. The chatbot node is responsible for interacting with the language model. It sends the conversation history to the LLM. The model then decides one of two things. Either it already has enough information to answer, or it requests a tool call. The response is added back into the shared state. The tool node is responsible for executing tool requests. When the language model asks for the stock price, LangGraph automatically invokes the corresponding Python function, captures its output, and adds the result back into the conversation. Now we construct the workflow. First we add two nodes, the chatbot node and the tools node. The workflow always begins with the chatbot. The language model receives the user's question and determines the next action. This is one of the most important features of LangGraph. The tools_condition function examines the model's response. If the model requests a tool, execution moves to the tool node. If no tool is needed, the workflow finishes immediately. This allows the AI agent to dynamically decide whether external information is required. After the tool finishes, its output is added to the conversation. The workflow then returns to the chatbot, allowing the language model to continue reasoning using the newly retrieved data. Once all nodes and connections are defined, we compile the graph into an executable AI workflow. The user asks the agent to analyze Apple stock. The prompt also instructs the agent to use the available tool. Generate a detailed analysis, avoid financial advice, and return the result as JSON. When the graph is invoked, LangGraph automatically orchestrates the entire process. The chatbot receives the question. The model decides it needs live stock data. The tool node executes the stock price function. The result is returned to the chatbot. Finally, the language model generates a complete stock analysis.